kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
You have just tuned in to the Mag Nerd Podcast, your home for everything in music, anime, and gaming. What is up, guys? Sean the King here, back with another toy review, and today I'm bringing you my review for the Spider-Man classic 90s Marvel's Kingpin. I've been dying to get my hands on this figure, and it is here. Look at this card art. I mean, the 90s Spider-Man is, with the exception of maybe Spectacular Spider-Man, I still think the 90s Spider-Man was the quintessential best Spider-Man TV show of all time. And the only thing that ever came close to it was probably Spectacular Spider-Man. And again, anybody who knows those two shows knows what I'm talking about. But here we're talking about the Kingpin, which the 90s Spider-Man was inspired by. Look at the front, look at the side, and again, just take a look at the card art on the back. And again, if you want to read it, it's right here for you. But enough of this, let's get this bad boy open. All right, here we have Wilson Fisk out of the packaging, and he looks amazing. I mean, I am thoroughly impressed with this figure. Now, I was not one of the few people who were able to get this wave when he came out as a Builder figure, so for Hasbro and Marvel Legends to come out with this figure is just absolutely amazing. Let's take a look at the accessories first. We have his staff. Mine is a little bent, so I'm a little annoyed about that, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to be posing him with this cane often at all, but let's just take a look at it. So as you can see here, it's bent, but again, not a big deal. I like the crystal in the top that he has here. I like the bronze that he has around the hilt, the handle, and then again, it's a nice looking staff. Then we can take a look at his head sculpt. As you can see here, this head sculpt is immaculate. You see here, the bald head, the detail and the color of the eyes, the blues. It looks good. Very nice. All right, let's take a look at Kingpin himself. He's actually a lot lighter than I thought he'd be. Just from a Builder figure standpoint, I mean, he's heavy. He's heavier than your normal Marvel Legend, but he's definitely, you can tell he's a little, he might be a little hollow under here. It's not as girthy as I thought it would be, but again, it's fine. So let's look at the details of this head sculpt. As you can see from the normal size one, we have the bruises, and again, it is very well done. I love the black eye he has. I love the cut above his eye. I love the little imprint cut on his nose. You got another mark on his face here, and his lip is cut, and it looks like, if you look real closely, it looks like he's bleeding from the mouth as well. Again, the detail here is just absolutely amazing. And again, you can move his coat to reveal his vest on the inside. So you can see that, his little lapel, and you know, I remember from the TV show, this thing squirted out some sort of like gas or something like that when he grabs Spider-Man. And again, you can see here from his purple pants, his well-tailored suit, it looks good. Now let's look at this articulation, because I'm wondering, does he have a, okay, so his knee does bend. It's not a double jointed knee. But again, for Kingpin, he's not going to be doing like dynamic jumping poses and things like that. We don't get any ankle pivot really, just a little bit. And let me see, it doesn't go back and, well, we get a little bit of frontward toe hinge. The foot does go out a little bit. No double jointed elbows. Single jointed elbow. T-spreads. See, no ab crunch at all. And let's see, it looks like the vest is decorated. It looks like I might have an imperfection here on the back side. That's a little annoying, like if someone dropped it. That's a little annoying, but luckily his jacket covers it up. So the range of motion on this thing is it's not horrible, but it's not, you know, it's not great either. But again, if we're being honest, this is Kingpin. what kind of movements were we really expecting from him. So again, head can go left, right, and can you look up? Yeah, because it looks like he has a ball joint. They should allow him to at least look up some. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, you can't have him looking up, which is good. And that's kind of important. So like if you have like a scene with Spider-Man coming out of the distance, you can kind of have him looking up, especially since he doesn't really have much any ab crunch at all. I'm being honest with you. Like he can move left to right, but there is no real up and down other than you just kind of tilting him. So his head having that movement is definitely very important. And again, he can look down somewhat as well. And again, it's fine. Like the ideas are already flowing in my head. I can't wait to start doing some poses and getting some photos. So again, this is a fantastic figure. So let's go ahead and get into some comparisons. And boy, do I have a lot. All right, it is comparison time. So we have Fisk. All right, let's bring him a little bit closer. There we go. That's the business. Then we're going to bring in Apocalypse. So this is the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave. And this is next to the Fisk. And as you can see, Apocalypse is still bigger than Fisk. But again, it still looks great. Also, I'm going to bring in another carded figure here, which is the Spider-Man Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. One of my favorite actual incarnations of Spider-Man is the Scarlet Spider. I actually use him a lot when I'm playing the Spider-Man PS4 game. That is the skin that I use. So, 1 second. Also, I have the Advanced Suit Spider-Man. This is a SH Figure Arts one. I told you guys I have a lot of Spider-Mans. This one is kind of difficult to pose. He has been a bad boy. We gonna get it to work. We gonna get it to work. There we go. So just put him here. Actually, let me just move it around. Put him in the middle. Put him on the end like that. Because again, I want you guys to just kind of get a portrait of what these guys look like standing next to each other. See? And again, Kingpin is a big dude, so you definitely want him to be bigger than Spider-Man. I know in the Spider-Man PS4 video game, Fisk was actually about the same size as Spider-Man, which is fine. And then we have the other Spider-Man in my collection. We have the Black Suit Spider-Man, and I believe this one is from the Craven 2-pack. And again, posing is sometimes a challenge, but we gonna work it out. We gonna work it out. There we go. See that? And then, for good measure, let's bring in a Amazing Yamaguchi Wolverine. And one of Fisk's other main bad guys. We have the Marvel Legends Punisher with the Viking helmet on. And again, I do apologize because again, I'm trying to pose on the fly. So there you go. Looks good. So overall, like I said, this is an amazing figure. I definitely think everyone who can get their hands on it that does not have the Build-A-Figure one. Unfortunately, like I said before, I don't have the Build-A-Figure Kingpin, so I can't compare it to it. But for me, for $30 and not having to pay, what, $150 or whatever it took to create him, you can't beat that. I mean, you just really can't. And again, like I said, I have a lot of this. As a matter of fact, I'll be right back. I want to actually bring in the other Spider-Man that actually came from. All right, sorry about that. So I realized that I didn't show the most important Spider-Man that actually comes in this actual set. And again, one of the reasons why I did that is because, again, I usually pose my figures in dynamic poses when they're on my shelf. And again, this is the actual retro Spider-Man from the new Spider-Man wave. And how do you show the new Kingpin without showing off this amazing fucking Spider-Man? I mean, the articulation on this thing is incredible. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to do a versus review, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'm going to do a versus review tomorrow of all the 90s inspired Spider-Man that I have in my collection. Because here is the 90s Spider-Man. And then I also have, over here on the side, the Mafex Spider-Man from the 90s. Just getting him out of the... Also had him in a dynamic pose. So... you can see that as well. Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna do a versus Mafex versus this Spider-Man, and just see which ones you guys. And also, just to show off, here is my custom Miles Morales Spider-Man, fully with the custom Jordans, as you can see here. He has the red and white Jordans, the Miles Morales head, and everything. So this is my custom. So if you guys wanted to see a review of this custom, let me know in the comment section below. But again, like I said, Spider-Man is probably one of my favorite superheroes, next to like Wolverine. And again, this Fisk is just... was screaming my name. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, if you guys have not had an opportunity to watch my latest toy haul video, we are on episode 4. Link for that will be in the description below and at the Target card that you are probably seeing right now. This is Showing Off the King. I hope you guys stayed to the end of the video. Have a good one. Peace.